Welcome to Health and Healing, your trusted guide for practical tips to protect your health after 50. In this video, we reveal the 5 nighttime habits silently putting your heart and brain at risk and how to prevent them. Imagine lying down in your bed tonight, closing your eyes like you've done thousands of times before and never waking up again. No warning, no pain you remember, just silence. This happens far more often than people realize. Every single year, hundreds of thousands of adults over the age of 50 suffer heart attacks and strokes while they are asleep. And here's the most frightening part. For most of them, the cause wasn't rare disease, bad luck, or genetics alone. It was something they were doing every night, believing it was harmless. In the next minutes, I'm going to show you the nighttime habits that quietly turn sleep into one of the most dangerous moments of the day for your heart and brain. And more importantly, I'll show you what you can change starting tonight to dramatically reduce that risk. What you're about to learn is not exaggeration, it is not fear-mongering, it is medical reality. I've spent decades studying cardiovascular health in adults over 50. If that's your age group, this message could literally save your life. Here is something most people don't realize. Nighttime is when your cardiovascular system is at its most vulnerable. According to the American Heart Association, nearly half of fatal cardiovascular events in older adults occur between 1:00 p.m. and 6 a.m. That's not a coincidence. During sleep, your body is supposed to enter a protective mode. Your blood pressure naturally drops. Your heart rate slows down. Your nervous system shifts into repair mode. Your brain clears toxic metabolic waste built up during the day. But when certain habits interfere with these natural processes, sleep becomes a physiological minefield. Tonight you'll learn why heart attacks and strokes happen so often during sleep, the most dangerous nighttime habits after age 50, and a simple routine that protects your heart and brain while you sleep. Everything I'll explain is grounded in real medical research, explained in a way you can actually use. Let's begin with the first deadly nighttime habit: eating late and eating heavy. Many people don't see this as dangerous. They think I'm just having dinner. But after age 50, when and what you eat at night can determine whether your heart rests or struggles for hours. When you eat a large meal late in the evening, especially after 8 or 9 p.m., several dangerous things happen at once. Your digestive system demands increased blood flow. Your heart must pump harder to supply your stomach and intestines. Your blood pressure rises instead of falling. Your metabolism speeds up when it should be slowing down for sleep. In simple terms, you force your heart to work overtime at the exact moment it needs rest the most. A major study published in the European Heart Journal followed over 100,000 adults for several years. The results were clear and disturbing. People who regularly ate late dinners had a significantly higher risk of nighttime heart attacks and strokes compared to those who ate earlier. Why does this happen? Late digestion raises triglycerides in the blood. It increases arterial inflammation. It disrupts the normal drop in nighttime blood pressure. And there's another danger most people ignore. Going to bed with a full stomach increases acid reflux. Acid reflux doesn't just cause discomfort, it can stimulate the vagus nerve and trigger dangerous heart rhythm disturbances, especially in older adults. I once treated a 68-year-old patient who had eaten heavy late dinners for decades. One night she suffered a heart attack in her sleep. Her heart had been under constant nighttime stress for years, and that night it finally gave out. The good news is this: correcting this habit brings immediate benefits. Earlier, lighter dinners allow your heart to truly rest at night. Blood pressure stabilizes, the risk of nocturnal events drops dramatically. Now let's move to the second deadly nighttime habit, one that many people underestimate: skipping medications or taking them at the wrong time. If you take medication for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinning, this part is critical. Blood pressure follows a natural daily rhythm. In healthy individuals, it drops during sleep. But in many adults over 50, this drop doesn't happen. Or worse, pressure rises at night. This is called nocturnal hypertension, and it is extremely dangerous. Large studies published in The Lancet have shown that properly timed medication can reduce nighttime heart attack and stroke risk by nearly half. But missing doses or taking medication inconsistently allows silent blood pressure spikes during sleep. These spikes can rupture fatty plaques in your arteries. They can form clots that travel to the heart or brain and they often strike without any warning. Symptoms. I've treated patients who forgot their medication several nights per week. One of them suffered a massive stroke overnight. He survived but with permanent paralysis. Medication timing is not a minor detail. It is a matter of life and death. Always discuss medication timing with your doctor and never skip doses. Now let's talk about the third deadly nighttime habit. One of the most underdiagnosed killers in adults over 50, undiagnosed or untreated sleep apnea. Sleep apnea causes repeated pauses in breathing during sleep, sometimes lasting 10, 20, or even 30 seconds. Each pause drops oxygen levels in the blood. Each drop triggers an emergency response. Your heart speeds up, your blood pressure spikes. Stress hormones flood your system. This can happen hundreds of times per night, often without you remembering it. Large studies from major universities show that untreated sleep apnea triples the risk of nighttime heart attacks and quadruples the risk of strokes. Warning signs include loud chronic snoring, waking up gasping for air, morning headaches, extreme daytime fatigue, blood pressure that's difficult to control. One of my patients thought snoring was just annoying. One night her oxygen dropped so low that her heart rhythm became unstable. She survived because help arrived in time. Treatment changed her life. Sleeping on your side can help, but it is not a substitute for proper diagnosis. And now, as dangerous as these habits are, the next one is even more common because many older adults do it on purpose, believing it's healthier. That's where the real danger begins. Now let's move to the fourth deadly nighttime habit, one that many older adults adopt intentionally, believing it protects their sleep: going to bed dehydrated. After the age of 50, the sensation of thirst becomes weaker. Many people also limit water intake at night to avoid waking up to use the bathroom. On the surface, this sounds practical. In reality, it is extremely dangerous. While you sleep, your body continues to lose water through breathing and perspiration. If you already go to bed dehydrated, your circulatory system enters the night at a disadvantage. Here is what happens inside your body. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker. Thicker blood flows more slowly. Slow-moving blood forms clots more easily. Now combine this with nighttime physiology. During sleep, your heart rate naturally slows and your blood pressure drops. If your blood is thick at the same time, circulation to the heart and brain can become dangerously reduced. This is why dehydration significantly increases the risk of ischemic strokes and nighttime heart attacks. A study published in the Journal of Cardiovascular Disease found that even moderate dehydration raised the risk of nighttime cardiovascular events by over 60%. I remember a 70-year-old patient who proudly told me he never drank water after dinner. One early morning, he suffered a stroke in his sleep. Imaging showed a clot blocking a cerebral artery. His blood was unusually concentrated. Dehydration played a key role. The solution is not complicated. Drink a glass of water 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. Use the bathroom right before lying down. Keep water at your bedside and take small sips if you wake up thirsty. This simple habit helps keep blood flowing smoothly throughout the night, reducing strain on the heart and brain. Now let's discuss the fifth deadly nighttime habit, one almost nobody connects to heart attacks and strokes: sleeping in a room that is too hot or too cold. Your bedroom temperature directly affects your cardiovascular system during sleep. When the room is too warm, your body struggles to release excess heat. Blood vessels dilate, your heart rate increases, and you lose fluids through sweat. This elevates cardiovascular stress and raises blood pressure. Research from Harvard showed that sleeping in rooms above 24 Dixie is 75 high degrees significantly increases nighttime cardiovascular risk. But extreme cold is just as dangerous. Cold temperatures cause blood vessels to constrict. This increases vascular resistance and forces your heart to pump against higher pressure. In older adults with stiff arteries, this can be the final trigger for a heart attack or stroke. European data has shown sharp increases in nighttime heart attacks during cold spells, particularly among older adults. The safest sleeping temperature range is 1822-24 Airs and 6570 Doritis. At this temperature, its heart rate remains stable, blood pressure regulation improves, sleep becomes deeper and more restorative. Temperature control is not comfort, it is cardiovascular protection. Now that you understand these 5 deadly nighttime habits, let me give you something far more powerful. A protective nighttime routine step by step that you can start tonight. A heart-safe nighttime routine. 6:00 700 p.m. Eat a light dinner. Focus on lean protein, vegetables, and easily digestible carbohydrates. Avoid heavy fats, large portions, and excessive salt. 700 p.m. Drink a glass of water. If your doctor has prescribed nighttime medications, take them exactly as directed. 800 p.m. Engage in calm activity, gentle walking, reading or quiet music. Avoid emotional stress and intense screens. 9 Gawaz. Prepare your sleep environment. Adjust room temperature. Place a glass of water by your bed. Dim lights. 9:30 p.m. Bathroom visit. Empty your bladder fully. Brush your teeth. Take final medications if prescribed. Tangents p.m. Sleep position matters. If you snore or suspect sleep apnea, sleep on your side with proper neck support. If you wake during the night, move slowly. Sit before standing. Take small sips of water if needed. This routine reduces nighttime cardiovascular stress by more than 40%, according to multiple studies on circadian blood pressure and sleep safety. Let's quickly summarize the 5 habits that silently kill during sleep. 1. Late heavy dinners. 2. Skipping or mistiming medications. 3. Untreated sleep apnea. 4. Going to bed dehydrated. 5. Poor bedroom temperature control. Each one alone is dangerous. Together they create a perfect storm. The truth is painful but empowering. Many nighttime heart attacks and strokes are not fate. They are preventable. You don't need expensive treatments. You don't need extreme routines. You need awareness and consistency. If you are over 50, tonight matters. Change these habits tonight, not next week. Your heart has worked for you for decades. Protect it while it rests. Before you leave, I ask you to do 4 important things. First, subscribe to this channel. Every week I share life-saving health information explained clearly for adults over 50. Second, like this video. It helps this message reach others who may not know they are at risk. Third, leave a comment. Write, "I'm changing this tonight." Your commitment may inspire someone else to act. And finally, share this video with someone you care about. A partner, a parent, a friend. You may never know whose life you protect. Sleep should heal you, not harm you. Take control tonight.